I know we are really the dog. Most was the here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Greg McLeod, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving as president here at Edgecombe Community College. And it's also my honor to welcome you all here to Edgecombe Community College's Black History Month celebration. Today, we gather in the spirit of reflection, unity, and cultural pride as we honor the legacy of African American history and its profound impact on our nation and the world. We're deeply privileged to have with us today the renowned MLK performer, Dr. Stephon Ferguson, and the renowned Elizabeth City State University Concert Choir. I'm sure we will find their performances to be powerful and inspiring, so get ready for a treat. While we enjoy the performances, let's reflect on the life and legacy of Dr. King and all of those who advanced the cause of unity, justice, and equality, including the Reverend Jesse Jackson, who passed away this morning at the age of 84 years old. And in honor of Reverend Jesse Jackson, let's honor him right now with a moment of silence. Thank you. And on behalf of our ETT Board Chairman, the Reverend Jerry Sproul, who is also a proud alum of Elizabeth City State University, I extend a special welcome to all of the ECSU alumni, staff, students, and friends. We're so honored to share this moment with you. Do we have any Vikings in the house today? Cheer. All right, let's clap for those. Events like this do not come together on their own. I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to our Student Government Association and the Providing African American Males the Edge to Succeed Grant Office for their vision and hard work in organizing today's program. Your commitment to student engagement and cultural awareness strengthens our campus community. We're also thankful for the vendors who joined us today. Your participation adds vibrancy to the celebration and supports the spirit of community that defines Northeastern North Carolina. Thank you all for being here, for celebrating with us, and for continuing to uplift the values of education, culture, and community. I hope you enjoy the program and leave inspired by the legacy we honor together. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Natalia Parker, and I serve as the president in the Student Government Association here at SBC. Noted historian John Henry Clark explains history as a clock that people use to tell their political and cultural time of day. History tells of people where they have been and what they have been, where they are and what they are. In 1926, a century this year, Dr. Carter G. Woodson created Negro History Week. He saw the need for History Week because Black Americans and their accomplishments were largely left out of their educational curriculum at that time. The few Black Americans mentioned in textbooks in early 1900s were described in unsatisfactory ways. Dr. Woodson's week-long observance was expanded to become Black History Month and was officially recognized by the U.S. government in 1976. Woodson never intended Black History Month to be just about Black first. He envisioned it as a tool to develop and cultivate new awarenesses and ideas about all ethnic groups, with the main goal of increasing dialogue about the importance of all heritages and their contributions to the human race. Dr. Woodson spoke to ever-present need to unify and often addressed the work to be done in order to do so. Today and throughout the month, we celebrate and honor the work and vision of Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Please join us in singing the Negro National Anthem. Let us all stand.
một sữa nữa. Kêu vậy.
My name is Edgecombe, and this poem is titled Black Mother. I had a black mother from birth to eye for example. Before she ever spoke a word, ships, chains, cotton fields, and kitchens that never felt like theirs. Strength was not a choice for her. It was inherited. Her love was not soft because life was easy. It was soft in spite of it. She worked twice as hard, prayed twice as long, and dreamed twice as big, so I would not have to. I watched her turn struggle into strategy, pain into persistence, and closed doors into lessons on how to knock louder. When the world told her no, she answered with watching. Even when her body grew tired, her spirit never did. Determination wrapped around her like a crown no one could remove. Now she has passed beyond my reach, but not beyond my becoming. I see her in my resilience, hear her in my courage, feel her in every step forward I take without fear. She is gone, but her strength still breathes through you. Her persistence still walks beside you. Her love still builds rooms inside my heart, where doubt cannot live. I had a black mother, and because of her, her eyes are no longer mine.
It's about the things you say to me in the AM. It's about the way you hold me in the AM. Something about a sweet in the AM. I like spending time with you in the AM. It's about 6, and the sun is on its way up. I'm half asleep, waiting for your touch to lift me up. I like the way you call me, the way you whisper peace, the things you reveal. God, I know you're real. It's nothing like the way you make me feel. It's about the things you say to me in the AM. It's about the way you hold me in the AM. Something about a sweet in the AM. I wanna spend my time with you in the AM. I have to admit, this is the way to start the day. Rapture your love, Jesus your love. Take me away. I love the way you call way you whisper peace, the things you reveal. God, I know you're real. There's nothing like the way you make me feel. In the AM, it's about the way you hold me in your arms. Something about a sweet rendezvous in the AM, in the morning. I like spending time with you in the AM. It's about the things you say to me in the AM. It's about the way you hold me in the AM. Something about a sweet rendezvous in the AM. I wanna spend my time with you in the AM.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Olivia Willard, and today I'll be taking you on a journey. Our journey begins in the past, long before any of us were born. Our journey comes to this land in 1620, where our ancestors were brought here in chains. Our journey started thousands of years ago on soil where most of us have never walked. In 1860, we even fought a civil war that divided our country. A war between slavery, power, and control. Our ancestors were even counted as less than humans, 3/5 of a person. Not whole, not equal, not free. Families were torn apart, communities were broken, and yet they still endured. Our journey tells us that the great irony of our country is that the land of the free and the home of the brave did not start out that way. Now this brings us to our next stop on our journey, the fight for freedom. Despite discrimination and injustice, our people rose again in the civil rights movement, and our allies rose with us. They protested, they marched, they said what they were told not to say, they organized, and they stood shoulder to shoulder while others looked away. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, John Lewis, Major Evans, Ella Baker, Coretta Scott King, and Thurgood Marshall. They held America accountable. Not because it was easy, but because it was right. They refused to be silent. And because of that, change happened. Now we arrive at our final stop on our journey today, the future we are building together. This is where we stand today, as we begin, attempting to be our full selves without apology, A chance to honor those who came before us, not just with our words, but with our actions. Their struggle gave us opportunity, their sacrifice gave us access, and their strength gave us a future. A future built upon community, with rights, with education, with democracy, and with an identity that matters. But our story doesn't end here yet. Each day, we face a choice. Each of us here in this room today, we can choose to step into the path that our ancestors created, or we can allow others to take our power using their words or their actions. The future doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't start with someone else. It starts with you. It starts with me. And it starts with us. So I ask you, what choice will you make? I choose to be the future of my community, built upon a legacy of those who came before me, with a commitment to those who will come after me, and with an abiding belief that we will get there together. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Dr. Stephon Ferguson is an American motivational speaker, actor, and voice-over artist known for his remarkable ability to recreate the voice of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He hails from Fayetteville, North Carolina, where he completed his high school education before joining the U.S. Army. After serving as a sergeant in the military, Ferguson transitioned into radio broadcasting, where he worked as a news reporter and radio personality for 15 years at 107.7 for Flavor and Fayetteville. Ferguson is best known for his performances that bring Dr. King's iconic speeches, including the famous I Have a Dream speech delivered during the March on Washington in 1963. His talents extend beyond this singular speech. He also recreates other significant works by Dr. King, such as Letter from Birmingham Jail and Mountaintop. In addition to his works as a performer, Ferguson serves as an associate minister at Greater Piney Grove Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. He is also affiliated with Ebenezer Baptist Church, Dr. King's home church, where he conducts historical presentations and interpretive programming for visitors interested in learning about Dr. King's legacy. Ferguson's talents have led him to act in various projects related to Dr. King's life and messages. Notably, he portrayed Martin Luther King Jr. in the virtual reality film projected titled The March, produced by Time, which aims to educate viewers about the civil rights movement through immersive experiences. Through his performances and community involvement, Stephon Ferguson continues to honor Dr. King's legacy by inspiring new generations with powerful messages of equality and justice. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Stephon Ferguson.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are doing well. I am Miss Kalia Braswell, although you cannot see me, I hope you can hear me. And I have the pleasure of being the advisor for the Dynamic Dance Step Team. Today, we're celebrating the evolution of Black dance. These ladies have been working hard for the past 3 weeks on this routine. And during the routine, if you know you want to bust a little bit, just make sure you have a little bit of space. Because I feel like some of y'all might feel a sense of nostalgia, or you might just want to get up and groove. I present to you the Dynamic Dance.
Look, the party's over. It's been a long vacation and your family waiting to see you again. And you guys all know how you look in rehearsal is how you come across on stage. So let's do it one more time from the top and let's get busy.
Celebrating the evolution of Black dance. Every decade brought something new, exciting, and unforgettable. Moves that got everyone out of their seats. So if you know the dance, don't be shy. Get up, join in, and celebrate Black culture with us.
Let's one break for one, no hatred. The summer's almost done, no time to sleep. Jump in your big bed, pump up the funky beat. Speaker goes off, no smashing and trashing. Let's do one to be one in the casket. Just get your boys and bring them with you and just swing it. And one people swing it.
Let's show these kids what we used to do back in the day. Hey, let's go! So we're going to see if y'all can figure out how to do these dances. Dimes, 2010.
direction. So if you need to know which way to go in the tempo, just look on stage and the step team will guide you.
Let us give it up one more time. I am happy to join with you today on such a momentous occasion. Let me say thank you kindly to Edgecombe Community College, and to all of you who are assembled here today, to our President, Dr. Gregory McLeod. Yes, give it up. And all of you who have made today possible. To Mrs. Samantha Phillips. Yeah. Absolutely. To Mrs. Ashley King. To the Student Government Association, and to providing African American males the edge to succeed. And let's just give one hand for all who have been up here today, including the Elizabeth City State University Project. It was wonderful. The dream continues, living legacies. Indeed, we honor these living legacies, many of whom are here with us today, teaching, supporting, helping you on your journey to live out your dream. America is essentially a dream. It is a dream of a land where men of all races, of all colors, of all creeds, and live together as brothers and sisters. The substance of this dream is expressed in these profound words. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Today I'm going to take you back to the year 1963. 250,000 people had gathered on the National Mall. They were marching for jobs and freedom. I had got into Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, about 10 p.m. the night prior. And I was working on the speech in which I would deliver. And I finished the outline somewhere about midnight. It wasn't until 4 o'clock the morning that I delivered the speech that I completed. It was August 28, 1963, when that 250,000 people from all races, of all creeds and colors and backgrounds gathered on the National Mall. We were marching for jobs and freedom. It was 3 p.m. I was honored to be the culminating speaker. And I stepped on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and gave this rendition, this speech. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. 50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of that captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. And so we come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we have come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned. Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check, a check which has come back more insufficient funds. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. And we refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. So we come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. We have also come to this hallowed spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment. This sweltering sum of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not pass until there is an invigorating autumn of freedom and equality. 1963 was not an end, but a beginning. Those who hoped that the Negro needed to blow off steam and would now be content will have a rude awakening if the nation returns to business as usual. There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. There's something that I must say to my people who stand on the warm threshold which leads into the palace of justice. In the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. We must ever conduct our struggle on the high planes of dignity and discipline. We must not allow our creative protest to degenerate into physical violence. Again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force. The marvelous new militancy which is engulfed the Negro community must not lead us to a distrust of all white people. For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destiny is tied up with our destiny. They have come to realize that their freedom is inextricably bound to our freedom. We cannot walk alone. And as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back. There are those who are asking the devotees of civil rights, when will you be satisfied? We can never be satisfied. As long as the Negro is a victim of unspeakable horrors of police brutality, we can never be satisfied. As long as our bodies, heavy with the fatigue of travel, cannot gain lodging in the motels of the highway and the hotels of the city, we cannot be satisfied. As long as the Negro's basic mobility is a smaller ghetto to a larger one, we can never be satisfied. As long as our children are stripped of their selfhood and robbed of their dignity, our signs stating for whites only, we can never be satisfied. As long as a Negro in Mississippi cannot vote, and a Negro in New York believes he has nothing for which to vote. No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice goes down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. I am not unmindful that many of you have come here out of great trials and tribulations. Many of you have come fresh from narrow jail cells. Many of you have come from areas where your quest for freedom have you guided by the storms of persecution and staggered by the winds of police brutality. You are the veterans of creative suffering. Continue to work with the faith that unearned suffering is redemptive. Go back to Mississippi. Go back to Alabama. Go back to North Carolina. Go back to the slums and the ghettos of our northern cities, knowing that somehow this situation can and will be changed. Let us not wallow in the valley of despair. I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up to live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream My four little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious races, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. Is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with this faith. We will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears with thee. Sweet land of liberty of the Icing, land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims cry from every mountainside. Let freedom reign, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom reign. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom reign. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom reign. From the heightened Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom reign. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom reign. From the curvaceous slopes of California. And not only that, let freedom reign from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom reign from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom reign from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom reign, and when this happens, when we allow freedom to reign, when we let it reign from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Good afternoon. My name is Sherrod Sumner. I have the pleasure of serving as Dean of Students here. I hope you have enjoyed the program thus far. Come on, one more time. I hope you have enjoyed the program thus far. Everyone should have gotten a ticket. They got a program. If you would pull your ticket out, we want to do about 2 or 3 drawings very quickly. You need somebody to pull them so they make sure it's there. I don't want nobody to think I'm cheap. I'm going to read the last 3 numbers. The first one is 104. 104. You have it. You can come on up to the stage and just clean. While he's selecting, the next ticket is 121. 121. Is that you? Come on up. Next ticket is 176. 176. 176. Going twice. I heard it once out there. 3 times. All right. Next ticket is 147. 147. Nope. One 174. 174. All right, going twice. Gone. 118. 118. Zero 16. 016. Come on down, you're the next contestant. One, two, two. 1, 2, 2. Nope. Did you? All right. Miss King is checking.
Thank you so much.
Applause for our program. And I promise I have a script for closing remarks, but before I read what was on my paper, I just wanted to share a personal story about my honor of meeting Dr. Ferguson for the first time. My children and I, my husband, my two kids, my daughter, and my son, we had taken a field trip to Atlanta, Georgia, and visited the King Center. And upon our visit at the King Center, which I had gone several times before, but this was my first time taking my children, we took a guided tour this time, which led us to Ebenezer Baptist Church. And at Ebenezer Baptist Church, the particular day that we went, Dr. Ferguson was performing. Well, if you were inspired today, you can sense how I was inspired the day that I heard him for the first time. Funny story, but inspiring story. My two children thought he was Dr. Martin Luther King. And because his rendition, his giving of the I Have a Dream speech touched my children so much, I let them believe that for a long time. I think my son kind of knew, having learned in school that Dr. Martin Luther King had been assassinated, but it was something about hearing Dr. Ferguson on that day that he felt like he was alive again. And he held on to that, both he and my daughter. And I just said, having left Ebenezer Baptist Church on that day, I don't know when and I don't know how, but I pray and hope that I will have the opportunity to bring Dr. Ferguson to my community, to our community, to Edgecombe County community, and that has happened on today. And for that, as Vice President of Student Services here at Edgecombe Community College, and as a proud African-American woman who understands deeply the power of legacy, community, and opportunity, I stand before you filled with gratitude this afternoon. On behalf of our Student Services Division and the entire college, thank you to everyone who attended and participated in the Dream Continues Living Legacies. Your presence today affirms that Black history is not just something we remember, it is something that we live. To our President, Dr. Gregory McLeod, thank you for your leadership and continued support of programs that elevate culture, scholarship, and unity. To our Student Activities Coordinator, Ms. Ashley King, who had the idea of putting all of this together. Our ECC Student Government Association and PAINS, thank you for your vision and commitment to creating spaces where our students can see themselves reflected in excellence and showcasing their creativity. We extend a sincere appreciation to Dr. Walter R. Swan and the City University Concert Choir, the electrifying and mighty Sirens. They blessed us with selections that stirred our spirits and reminded us of the power of song and the struggle for justice. Thank you to our student leaders, performers, the Dynamic Dime step team, our oratorical contest winners, our small business vendors, the Eastern North Carolina chapter of the National Council on Black American Affairs. We have some members that are here with us today. Our early college principal, Matt Smith,
and our Ed Academy principal, Ms. Siobhan Freaky, for ensuring that our early college students were present on today. Any elected officials that are in our audience, thank you for your attendance. Again, to our community and every participant who made today meaningful. And to our keynote performer again, Dr. Stephon Ferguson. Thank you, sir, for embodying the voice and the spirit of Dr. King in a way that challenges us to not only to remember the dream, but to live it. And at this time, if you could come to the stage, we have a small token of appreciation. They matter because representation matters. They matter because our students deserve to see brilliance that looks like them. They matter because legacy without action is just memory. And here at ECC, we choose action. Today we celebrate history. Tomorrow we will continue building it. And I'll leave you with remarks by one of our revered civil rights icons, whose death today is sure to be felt around the world. The Reverend Jesse Jackson. He was there on that fateful April evening when Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. And I recite, our flag is red, white, and blue, but our nation is rainbow. Red, yellow, brown, black, and white. We are all precious in God's sight. Let's keep hope alive. May we leave here committed to keeping hope alive in our classrooms, in our community, and in one another. As you depart this afternoon, please note that Dr. Ferguson will be out in our atrium for question and answers, to take a few photos, and he has some additional literature for those who may be interested. We have a showcase of historical displays, local minority businesses sharing information about their goods and services, and to your delight, several food trucks are outside, ready to serve you as you depart. For any college transfer students, any seniors that we may have in attendance today, that may be wishing to become mighty Vikings and are interested in auditioning for the Elizabeth City State University Concert Choir, please remain in the auditorium and see Dr. Swan. If you're interested in Elizabeth City State and possibly joining the concert choir, Dr. Swan is going to stick around for a little while to talk with you about that opportunity. So again, thank you, and may God continue to bless each and every one of you. Have a great afternoon.